See, in the previous class, we have completed I think we have completed posting to the variant, right? Today we have to see step number 5, page number 4, creation of number ranges for document types. So first I will explain what is the document, then what is the document type, then what are the number ranges. See, document types and number ranges. The business transactions are posted into the system through an accounting process called posting. As an evidence of posting, a record is generated and stored in the database. This record is called document. Here, all the business transactions are entered into the SAP system, right, through a process which is called posting, right. So, because of this posting, a record is posted or a record is generated and stored in the database. Means the soft form of the evidence, right? Here, there are two categories of documents. Number one, original documents. These include the vouchers, checkbook, purchase invoices, copies of sales invoices, and receipts. These are the basis for entering the business transactions into system. Here, not only in SAP, even in the normal accounting system also, in order to enter a business transaction into accounting system, there should be documentary evidence. That documentary evidence is called original document. For example, today we have purchased raw material. So for this business transaction, the evidence is purchase invoice sent by supplier. Similarly, today we have paid the rent. So the documentary evidence for this business transaction is rent receipt given by landlord. Then we have issued one check to a vendor. Then what is the evidence for that? Check count file or the receipt given by the vendor. And today we have paid some Hamali charges, and the Hamali person cannot give you any receipt. In that case, at the time of making the payment of Hamali charges, the cashier will prepare one document, and on that document he puts today's date, the name of the Hamali person to whom we are paying the Hamali charges, amount in words, amount in figures, and the account towards which we are paying. And on the right hand side lower corner of the document, he takes the signature of the Hamali person. This is called voucher. So like that, every business transaction should be backed by documentary evidence. That documentary evidence is called original document. Remember, without documentary evidence, we are not allowed to account any business transaction. Then we have the processing documents. These include recurring documents, sample documents, and accounting documents. So, what is the recurring document, sample documents? We will discuss separately in the general ledger accounting. They are the separate topics out there. But at this point of time, we have to understand accounting documents. Accounting documents means the accounting documents represent the posting of original document into system. Means, for example, today we have paid rent. This is the business transaction, right? So for this, the original document is what? Rent receipt given by landlord. So based on this rent receipt, we enter the journal entry into system. Means debiting rent account and crediting bank account. This is called accounting document. Today, we have paid some amount to X and X has given the receipt. So receipt is the original document for this payment. So based on that original document, we enter the entry X account data to bank. This is called accounting document. So in simple words, accounting document means accounting entries. So for every business transaction, there are two sets of documents. One is original documents in the physical form, and the other one is in the database. Means in the form of soft copies, or you can say in the form of journal entries. So the original documents are kept in the files and the files are kept in the record room, and the accounting entries are existing in the database. I hope it is clear to everybody. So every accounting, see, whenever you say document, remember it represents only accounting document. So every accounting document contains two parts. Number one, document header. This part contains the data such as document date, posting period, currency, company code, document type, etc. So here, what is this document header? I will show you at the time of posting the transactions. Then we have another part, document line items. What is the meaning of the document line item? Rent account data to cash. Rent account data to cash. Suppose, for example, today we have paid rent $10,000. Then we post the entry rent account data to cash. So in this accounting entry, rent account is called one line item and cash account is called another line item. So this is the debit line item and this is the credit line item. So here a document can contain up to 999 line items. A document can contain up to 999 line items, including debit and credit, remember. And a document should contain minimum two line items. Very, very important to remember. A document should contain minimum two line items. One should be the debit line item and the other should be the credit line item. And the total of the debit line items should be equal to total of the credit line items. Obviously, according to double entry system of accounting, right, the debit should be equal to credit. So at the most, an accounting document can contain up to 999 line items, including all the debits and credits. So what is the information that is contained in the document line item part? The document line item part contains the data such as posting key, GL account number, and the amount for every line item. So this line item part also I will show you after posting the transactions. But here in the document header, we have one column, document type. So what is the meaning of the document type? This we have to understand at this point of time. I will give one example. See, today we have paid rent. Then we have posted the entry rent account debtor $1,000 to bank account. $1,000. Similarly, we have purchased materials. Then we debit the materials account 2,000 to vendor account 2,000. So these are the two business transactions we have incurred and these are the two entries we have posted. Now, by looking at these entries, we can easily understand the nature of the business transaction. For example, rent account debtor to bank. What is the nature of the business transaction? Rent payment, right? Rent payment. Then material account debtor to vendor account. What is the nature of this business transaction? Materials purchase. So by looking at these accounting entries, we can easily understand the nature of the business transaction. Why and how? Because we are the accounting professionals, right? And we have the accounting knowledge. So by just looking at the accounting entries, we can easily understand the nature of the business transaction. But there are some people in the organization who don't have any accounting knowledge, but still they are concerned with the analysis of accounting entries. For example, production manager. He is a technical background, he is an engineering person, and he does not have any accounting knowledge. In that case, how can he understand the nature of these business transactions? For that purpose only, SAP has developed the concept of document type. And these document types were already defined in the system. If necessary, we can also create or define our own document types. I will show you. See here, these are the some of the document types which have been defined in the system. See, serial number 01, document type SA, description GL account posting, account GL accounts. Serial number 19, document type KR, description vendor invoice. Serial number 15, document type KZ, vendor payment. Serial number 17, document type KA, vendor invoice. Then serial number 18, document type DR, customer invoice. Serial number 14, document type DZ, customer payment. Serial number 16, document type DA, customer other document. And 04, AF, depreciation. Here, you see the notes. The document type controls the following. Means, number 2, first let us try to understand 2. It differentiates the nature of the business transactions among the account type. Means, here, today we have paid rent. Listen to me very carefully. Today we have paid rent. This is the business transaction. For this business transaction, what is the documentary evidence? Rent receipt given by landlord. So this is the original document. Based on this original document, we enter the entry rent account data to bank into system. Means an accounting document is generated or an accounting document is posted. On the face of that accounting document, the system automatically gives the letters SCA. System automatically gives the letters SCA. And today, we have purchased some raw material, right? Then, for this raw material purchase, the documentary evidence is purchase invoice. Based on that purchase invoice, we enter the entry material account data to vendor account into the system. An accounting document is posted. On the face of that accounting document, the system automatically gives the letters KR. Then we have made some payment to vendor and vendor has given the receipt. We have entered the receipt into an accounting system or into SAP system. So an accounting document is posted. On the face of that accounting document, the system automatically gives the letters KZ. Like that, with the help of the document types, the user, any user, whether he is having the accounting knowledge or not, he can easily understand the nature of the business transaction. See here, we have one phase in the implementation projects. We have one phase wherein we provide the training to the end users and also we prepare the end user manuals. I will send you some end user manual templates at the end of the classes. In the end user manuals, we clearly specify that on the face of any document, if you see the letter SCA, understand that that business transaction is relating to GL account posting. Remember, in the GL accounts, we can always post directly expenses and revenues. That's all. And on the face of any document, if you see the letters KR, understand that that business transaction is relating to vendor invoice. And on the face of any document, if you see the letter KZ, understand that that business transaction is related to vendor payment. Vendor payment means payment made to vendor towards the purchase invoice. Similarly, vendor other document. Any business transaction other than purchase payment is denoted with the letters KA. Similarly, on the face of any document, if the user observes the document type DR, then he can understand that it is the customer invoice. Customer invoice means sales invoice. Then DZ means customer payment. DA means customer other document. This is the first function of the document type. See, it differentiates the nature of business transaction among the account types. Here, if the document type is SA, the business transaction related to GL account type. If the document type is either KR or KZ or KA, the business transaction is related to vendor account type. I told you already account types in the postpaid variant, right? Then, if the document type is either DR or DZ or DA, the business transaction related to account receivable or customer accounts. If the document type is AF, the business transaction is related to asset accounts. Then, see the next function again. For every account type, it differentiates among the nature of the business transactions. Means, if the document type is either KR or KZ or KA, basically the business transaction is related to vendor account type, right? Among the vendor accounts, if the document type is KR, vendor invoice means purchase. If the document type is KZ, vendor payment. If the document type is KA, vendor other document. Then, if the document type is either DR or DZ or DA, basically the business transaction is related to customer accounts. Among the customer accounts, if the document type is DR, customer invoice. If the document type is DZ, customer payment. If the document type is DA, customer other document. So that is the second function of the document type. First one is it describes the account type to which the business transaction is related. For every account type, it differentiates the nature of the business transaction. Then, see. First one is the number to be assigned to the document. Means what? What are the number ranges here? In an accounting year, we have to post 100,000 number of business transactions in the general ledger. Means 100,000 number of documents are posted in the general ledger. Then how to identify each and every individual document? For that, we use the numbers. Similarly, we may have to post 1 lakh number of purchase invoices in the accounts payable. Means 1 lakh number of accounting documents are posted in the accounts payable. Then how to identify each and every individual accounting document in the accounts payable? For that, we use the numbers. Number range means from number and to number. In SAP, we use the number ranges very much, right? One second. Now, here in SAP, we use the number ranges very much, right? And we can use up to 10 digits numbers. For example, for document type SA, I want to give 1 to 100,000. I want to give, it's not the rule, remember. For document type KR, I want to give 100,000 1 to 200,000. For KZ, I want to give 200,000 1 to 300,000. For KA, I want to give 300,000 1 to 400,000. Like that, for every document type, we define the number ranges. Now, suppose for example, we have defined 1 to 100,000 for SA type document. Then, in an accounting year, when you post the first accounting document in the general ledger, the system will take number 1. And when you post the second document in the general ledger, it will take 2. Third document 3. Fourth document 4. Like that, I will tell you, Ramakant. I will tell you. So like that, we can post 1 lakh number of business transactions in the general ledger. Similarly, suppose today we have posted the first purchase invoice. Today is the first day of the accounting year, and today we have posted the first purchase invoice from a vendor. Then the system will take the number 1 lakh 1 or 100,000 1. Second purchase invoice 100,000 2. Third purchase invoice 100,000 free. Like that, we can post again 1 lakh number of purchase invoices in an accounting year. Similarly, for KZ, if you define 2 lakh, 1 to 3 lakhs, then when you post the first payment in the accounting year, the system will take 2 lakh 1 number for that document. So here 1 to 1 lakh, everywhere I maintain a range of 1 lakh in our training class. But in the real time, based on the requirement, we have to use the number ranges. And we can use up to 10 digits in a number. And we can also use alphanumerics. That is the purpose of the number range. Suppose, for example, here in this year 2016, we have defined the number ranges for document type SA 1 to 1 lakh. And this 1 to 1 lakh has been exhausted by May itself. Without number ranges, it's not possible to post the documents. That's why what we do is, for SA 1 to 1 lakh we have defined, right? Then for KR, you start from 10 lakh 1 or 1 million 1. So that when the number range when the present number ranges for the document type SA is over, we can extend the number between the buffer number range. I hope you are getting my point. And also, for the more clear purpose, for the more clarity purpose, for document type SA 1 to SA 1 lakh, we can use like that also. For document type purchase invoice KR, we can use KR 1001 to KR 2000. Like that also, we can use the number ranges. Number ranges can be alphanumeric. And these number ranges were already defined in the system. If necessary, we can also define our own number ranges. Here, these number ranges, there are two types of number ranges. Year dependent number ranges. Year dependent number ranges means every year you have to define the fresh number ranges for the document types. Then year independent number ranges. Year independent number ranges means, right, one number range can be continued. One number range can be continuously used. Means, suppose for example 1 to 1 lakh we have given SA, right? In that case, this year you have posted 1000 documents. Next year the number starts from 1001. And in the 2017 you have posted 5000 documents. Then in 2017 the number starts with 7001. That is called year independent number ranges. Right? So year dependent, every year we define the separate number range. Year independent means one number range can be continued for all the years. So our first module is general ledger accounting after basic settings. So at this point of time, we define the number ranges for document type SA, right? Then for KR, KZ, KA, for KR, KZ, KA, we define the number ranges in accounts payable. For DR, DZ, DA, we define the number ranges in accounts receivables. For AF, we define the number ranges in asset accounting. This is the concept of document types and number ranges. Now, the document types are defined at a client level and are therefore valid for all company codes. Client means, remember, for the understanding purpose, client means group, right? The standard system is delivered with document types which can be used, changed or copied. The number ranges for document types are defined at a company code level. Now, you write down one thing in the material, write down something in the material. Note. When any object is defined at a client level, within brackets group level, within brackets group level, then that object, then that object can be used by, then that object can be used by all the company codes of that group. Then that object can be used by all the company codes of the group. When an object is defined at a company code level, when that object is defined at a company code level, then that object can be used by, then that object can be used by only that company code. That object can be used by that company code only, or only that company code. What does it mean? See here, document types are defined at a client level, that is group level. Means you have the three company codes, right? A company code, B company code, and C company code. So when these document types are defined at a client level, the document types can be used by all the company codes. Means the GL account document type is SCI in all the company codes. Vendor invoice document type is KR in all the company codes. Vendor payment document is KR in all the company codes, right? That is the advantage of this. But the number ranges for the document types are defined at a company code level. Means they are specific and available to that company code only. Means in all the three company codes, document type is SCA, same. But in A company code, for the document type SCA, number range 1 to 1 lakh is enough. But in B company code, we require 1 to 3 lakhs because B company code is bigger than A company code. Then again, in C company code, we require 1 to 5 lakhs because C company code is bigger than A and B. So even though the document type SCA is same in all the three company codes, the number ranges for the document types can be different from company code to company code, right? That's why the number ranges are defined at company code level and the document types are defined at client level. I hope it is clear to everybody. One second. Yes, Ramakant, can you hear me now? Ramakant, can you hear me now? Okay, I hope the concept is clear to everybody. Can you hear me?
Sorry for the incident, I'm able to hear you. Yeah, I'm able to hear you, but in between it was getting disconnected, the audio. Now it is fine, I think.
There is a problem with your internet, right? Because you are going offline and coming online again.
In fact, because of audio only, I have disconnected and reconnected.
No, that's what I'm telling you, Mr. Ramakant.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Now it's okay.
Because others are not complaining anything regarding my voice. What about others? For others also, am I breaking? Mohsin, am I breaking to you? Yeah, see, Mohsin is saying that is clear, right? Rajender, how about you?
Yeah, that
Okay. That's why I told you, Ramakant, maybe problem from your side. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, anyhow.
maybe connectivity.
Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
please carry on.
Yeah, yeah. Now, so that is the concept of client level and company code level. So here, during our training, we are going to create number of objects. Some objects are created at a client level and some objects are created at a company code level. In that case, how can we remember that this particular object is defined at a client level and this particular object is created at a company code level, right? For that, I will tell you one principle, one rule. Just continue. At the time of defining the object, at the time of defining the object, if the user, at the time of defining the object, if the system, not the user, at the time of defining the object, if the system does not ask for the company code, if the system does not ask for the company code, then we can assume that, that object is created at the client level. Then that object is created at the client level. And it can be used by all the company codes. And it can be used by all the company codes. Full stop. But at the time of creating the object, if the system asks for the company code, if the system asks for the company code, then we can assume that that object is created at a company code level. Then we can assume that that object is created at the company code level. And is applicable to that company code only. Okay. Now look at the screen, everybody. What about the serial numbers? What about the serial numbers? What is the purpose of these numbers? I will show you at the time of doing the configuration. See the material. Creation of number ranges for document type SCA, general ledger document. Transaction code OBA7. See here, these are the document types which are already defined in the system, right? Some students, right, they might have created some document types. Now, click on position. Document type is equal to SCA. Document type is equal to SCA. Click on enter. See, this is the SCA GL account document. This has been taken in the first line. Click on enter. Select SA document type line. Select SA document type line. Click on details button. Click on details button. See, the number range number is 01. For the document type SA, number range number, this is called number range number. 01 was linked. That is why here SA01. Similarly for KR, 19 should have been linked. This I will show you at the time of defining the number ranges for KR. Now see the material. Click on, select the SA type document line, click on details button. This is the, see here, you do one thing, you strike off this click on details button. Oh, sorry, already we have done it, right? Select the, look at the screen everybody please, 1 second. Select the SA type document line, click on details button, magnifying glass. This is the details button. Then observe the number range number in the number range properties. Click on number range information. This is the number range information. See, at the time of defining the number ranges, right, it is asking for the company code. Means this number range values are applicable to the company code. Company code is equal to 3499. Company code is equal to 3499. Click on change intervals. This is called change intervals. Click on change intervals. Then in your material, click on insert intervals is there. You strike it off please. Number is equal to 01. Number is equal to 01. Year is equal to 2016. This number range applicable to 2016. Next year you have to define fresh number ranges. This is called year independent number ranges. Ramakant. This is the answer to your question. Every year generally we use year independent number ranges. From number is 1 to number is 1 lakh. From number is 1 to number is 1 lakh. Now here we have assigned these numbers 1 to 1 lakh to the number range number 01, right? Then this number range number 01 was already linked to SA type document, right? So 1 to 1 lakh is also linked to SA type under the company code 10, under the company code 3499. Clear? That is the purpose of this number range number. Now here we have the NR status. NR status means number range status. With every document we post in the general ledger, this field is automatically updated by the system. With every document you post in the general ledger, this field is automatically updated by the system. Suppose by looking at this field, we can understand how many number of documents have been posted in the general ledger. Then you have the external checkbox. This is called external, right? If you select this indicator, external means the system allows the user to give the number by himself, but that number should be between 1 to 1 lakh. In SAP, you have the two number assignments, two types of number assignments. The number to the document type can be assigned by the user. That is called external assignment. The number can be assigned by the system itself. That is called internal assignment. So, if you select the external checkbox, system allows the user to give the number by himself to the document. That is called external assignment. If you don't select this indicator, system itself will take the number serially from this number range and that is given to the document. When you have selected external checkbox, the user should enter the number between these two numbers only. Generally, we don't select this external checkbox for any document type because it is always better to enable the system to give the number to the document by itself. Why you have to take unnecessary pain? When there is a facility, let us use the facility, right? That's why generally we don't select this external checkbox. Click on save and enter on the message. See, the changes were saved. So you have defined the number ranges for document type SA for the year 2016. See the next topic, field status variant. This we will see in tomorrow's class. It takes another 45 minutes. We cannot stop in between, right? This we will see tomorrow's class. And my request to everybody is, please be in time to the class, right? I can wait up to 5 minutes, right? After that 5 minutes, if you waste, we are losing the time. That's why, please be, it's only a request, right? Please be on the time, be in time to the class. Amit, you have any questions? Mohsin? Okay. Did you install the server? Mohsin? Okay, that's fine. Rajendra, any questions? Okay. Ramakant? No, 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 no. There is no logic. They are different just like that. Yes, Shyam. Ramakant, you have any? Okay, okay, Ramakant. Okay, Shyam. Right, I will send you one link, Shyam. Just download the SAP and install it. And how to install also, I will send you the instructions. Okay, then see you tomorrow same time. Good night and good day.